story time on how my adopted mom set me up to get molested by my granddad. So I would start this off by saying I am very grateful that there is not an actual RAPE. So there was no penetration. However, let's get into what happened. There was a time where my granddad's wife, before I get into any of this, everybody in the family knew he had a history of molesting all of his kids. He had over 5 daughters. By the way, only 3 of them had the same mom. So he got 3 with the same mom. He got 2 that stayed on the other side of town, and then he has my mom by herself, and he has more, but they're not relevant to the story. So the 3 that he was staying with and his wife. So it was a time where his wife was like bullying me. I was like 6 or 7. She never liked me, right? So like she was bullying me. Also, before this, there was a time when my cousin had got molested by him because she used to go over there too. Also, it was 2 other girls that they used to babysit that stayed across the street from them. They stopped going over there because they also said that he touched on the boobs. Also, the wife said there was a niece of hers, not of his, but of hers, who said that he had touched her, filled up under her shirt and pushed her against the window like he was about to try to do something. So come down to the day where his wife was bullying me, so I left the room where she was with her 3 daughters, and I went into their room. So I went in there where my granddad was. Mind you, her 3 daughters, all of them like 16, 17. I'm like 6 or 7. So I tell him what happens. He then sits me beside him and tell me to tongue kiss him like a woman. So that was incident number 1. Incident number 2, there was a time I had just got out of the shower, and one of his daughters, she didn't have no deodorant. So I went to his room. I was going to ask the wife, did she have some? But I didn't know she wasn't in there. It was just him by himself. So he ends up telling me he'll give me some deodorant if I let him rub my vagina, and he would give me $5 not to tell. So I said no, and I was about to go run to go tell my auntie. So he grabbed me, pulled my pants down, looked at me, rubbed my vagina, and said, "Don't nobody want you." And then just threw me on the couch. So I was grateful that's all that happened. Let's move on to the part to where I found out that people knew and wanted it to go further. So there was I told my auntie about it, and she said that the 2 sisters that basically did not stay with them, like that was by a different woman, their mom stopped them from coming over there with them when they were like 8 years old. Mind you, I told you, they're not like 17, 18. So she said their mom stopped them from going over there because one time he was trying to make them suck his thing in the car when they were little kids. So you on the way to take your kids back home and you trying to make them give you some head. So then my auntie, she tells me, she said it was also rumors that he touched on your mama too, but nobody confirmed or denied. I said, did nobody confirm or deny, or is motherfuckers around here let him get away with the shit? Fast forward, I felt like he touched on my little sister too. I asked her over and over again. I begged her to tell me. I asked her when it was just me and her. Told her that she could tell me. She always told me no. To this day, like the last time I asked her was maybe like 2-3 years ago. She told me no still. I feel like she was lying. But I feel like with her, he actually did go further. Like I feel like there was penetration. But because she was there more often without me. Because after a while I stopped going. And my mom still was sending her. I ended up telling her dad, and her dad stopped that shit. Like she slowly but surely stopped going over there. I'm very grateful for my stepdad, even though I don't know his true motives all the time either, but very grateful that he is one who's a bit more understanding than his fucked up ass baby mama. Anyway, so it was a time, fast forward, I'm like 20 years old. I'm 23 right now, by the way. So it was a time when I was texting my mom and I was just letting her know, like, I just feel like you failed being a mom. Like, you was never there for me through none of this, like, through none of it. You was there. And then I throw out the fart. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and tell you. Like, and your dad touched on me. And she responded to everything in the text message except for that part, y'all. Like, everything else in the messages, she responded to. Like, she went line by line. When it came to that line, she didn't respond to it at all. She didn't say nothing about it. Now, fast forward, like, the next year, it was getting ready for Halloween. So, she had pulled up to one of her friend's house that I didn't associate with no more because she was throwing dark magic on me since a kid. And I'm like, you know what? Since I'm older, I no longer need my mama to defend me. I'm on y'all asses myself, bitch. Because my mama, she was doing dark magic on me herself. So protecting me was nowhere near in her mind. So she pulled up to the friend's house. The friend come outside, try to speak to me. And I'm like, she's like, really though? Really, princess? You don't want to talk to me? And I'm like, I don't got to talk to you if I don't want to. So my mom was like, you got to tell people what they did. Princess, you just be cutting people off and not saying nothing to them. They don't be knowing. I be like, nah, what it is that you done did so much shit behind my back. You don't know which thing it is that I know about. Because you thought I didn't know about none of it. Anyways, so that's when I tell her, I'm like, girl, you never had my side. Like, just growing up, you never been there. And you still taking up for these sad ass bitches that be dogging you behind your back. Because so many people went to her and told her that a lot of her friends were talking about her. Even that same molested ass granddaddy told her the same shit. That exact friend went over to one of his his wife mom's house and literally was dogging her ass like a dog. My mama didn't even be over there. So anyways, so fast forward, she's like, I'm telling her like how she's never had my side, and she's like, well, my mama never had my side either. If you gonna be mad about that, she was bringing up my granddad's situation. She like, then I gotta be mad at my mama and my grandmama too, because it happened to me too. So I'm like, basically, because it had happened to her, she didn't see no wrong in it happening to me. She actually was kind of glad that it was a little bit off of her. But yeah, that's for story time. Check out my page for more. I got a grocery shop for my kiddos. Bye bye.